Assalamualaikum, my name is Amy Aulia. I'm from the IB class. Today I want to explain about teaching across age level. So in this material, there are 4 points. There are 3 points. Is it teaching children, teaching adults, and teaching teens. The first is teaching children. In teaching children, although count some qualifications are in order. First, children will spread success in acquiring second language believes a tremendous subconscious effort devoted to the task. The second is adults are not necessarily less successful in their efforts. The third is the popular claim falls to different very young children, say 4 to 6 years old, from pubescent children, 12 to 13, and the range of age in between. Uh, there are 5 categories may help you some practical approaches to teaching children. The first is intellectual development, sensory input, attention span, adaptive factor, authentic, meaningful language. The second is teaching adults. So, as you consider the 5 variables that apply to children, keep in mind some specific suggestions and tips. The first is adults are more able to handle abstract rules and concepts. The second is adults have longer attention span for material that may not be intrinsically. The third is sensory input need not always be as varied with adults. The fourth is adults often bring a modicum of general self-confidence. The last is adults with their more developed abstract thinking ability are better able to understand a context-reduced segment of language. Some implications for general classroom management can be drawn from what we know about difference between children and adults. Some management do's and don'ts. The first is, do remember that even though adults cannot express complex thinking in the new language. The second is, don't treat adults in your class like children by calling them kids. The third is, do you give your students as many opportunities as possible to make a choice? The fourth is, don't discipline adults in the same way you would children. The second point is teaching teens. The variable teens, an age of transition, confusion, self-consequence, growth, and changing bodies and minds. That a challenge for the teacher. Teens are in between childhood and adulthood, and therefore a very special set of consideration applies to teaching them. Perhaps because of the anemia of teaching teenagers, Little specifically said the language teaching fight about teaching in this level. Nevertheless, some thoughts are worth verbalizing, even in the form of simple reminders. Intellectual capacity adds abstract operational thought around the age of 12. Therefore, some sophisticated intellectual processing is increasingly possible. Complex problems can be solved with logical thinking. This means that metalanguage can now theoretically have some impact, but the success of any intellectual endeavor will be a vector of the attention a learner. So that is it for me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.